Pennsylvania is a land blessed with natural resources. But one of these resources remains largely unexploited: wind. Wind is inexhaustible, and energy from wind is clean. It produces no emissions, and it's increasingly efficient. Today's turbines cost less to buy and run, and they produce more energy. The greater efficiency of Pennsylvania's latest generation wind farms means that wind can play an increasingly important part in meeting the Commonwealth's electricity needs and environmental targets. And as this industry grows, it will create new jobs for our people and boost our local economies. EverPower is one of America's fastest growing wind farm developers and operators. While it's also producing wind energy in New York and California and developing wind projects in other states, EverPower's heartland is Pennsylvania, where it has 4 wind farms in operation. That's why the company moved its headquarters from New York to Pittsburgh.
Currently, EverPower is Pennsylvania's largest provider of renewable energy. We like Pennsylvania because it has a good wind resource, and we're very familiar with the permitting regime, and therefore we're comfortable operating in the Commonwealth.
For EverPower, successful wind farm planning, construction, and operation depends on building strong relationships with communities around them and making a positive, lasting economic impact. So to develop and build the Highland, Highland North, and Patton wind farms in Cambria County, Pennsylvania, EverPower employed local people whenever possible. To operate them, they created 13 full-time jobs, mainly filled by Western Pennsylvanians. Together, these 3 wind farms inject over $1.5 million into the local economy each year in locally bought goods, services, and lease payments. And EverPower pays a further $600,000 a year directly to local municipalities and school districts.
With the money that we received on the impact fees, it helped eliminate us from raising the taxes, so that was a big help, especially for the elderly, because they're on a fixed income, and God bless them. It's hard enough to make ends meet, let alone trying to do everything else.
You know, we attended the meetings, and they, had everybody there that they needed, the environmentalists, the engineers, to answer everybody's questions. So they have a good approach.
The wind turbine has had almost no impact on my farming operation. And the cows will graze right underneath the wind turbine. And they sleep underneath it oftentimes.
The Twin Ridges Wind Farm in Somerset County is one of the largest wind farms in the state, with 68 turbines and associated facilities on land leased from 89 owners. It has a capacity of 139 megawatts, enough to provide clean energy for 34,000 homes. At peak, building it involved nearly 200 mainly local construction workers and has created 11 full-time operation and maintenance jobs. As with the Cambria County wind farms, the host townships and the county and local school districts receive ongoing payments.
It blows my mind at how great it worked out for us. It took our total revenue from $65,000 a year to about $230,000 a year. Since then, I've been able to buy some equipment. I've been able to hire more help, help employ the community, and it's just been great for our township.
The company has been very instrumental in partnering with not just one community, but the entire footprint of this project, which is right over to the edge of the state of Maryland. So yes, these people have all been upfront, and they want to be part of the community here, because now they are part of the community. This wind energy farm on the Twin Ridges is now part of 3 different townships here in southern Somerset County.
In July 2012, members of the local community joined EverPower and Commonwealth representatives to celebrate the completion of the Twin Ridges wind farm and sign the blades of the final turbine to be erected.
When you think about the landowner royalties, all of the contributions to the taxing authorities, whether it be county, township, or the school districts, as well as the infusion of the investment in our local economy for goods and services, it has been really a major impact, and one that's going to continue for years to come.
To monitor and manage all the electricity it's now generating, and the further capacity it intends to add, EverPower installed a utility-grade operations center at its new Pittsburgh headquarters. EverPower has long-term contracts to supply local energy companies with around half its output. The rest it trades to meet surges in demand. With its new operations center and its successful track record as a developer, operator, and community member, EverPower is leading the drive to make Pennsylvania one of America's great renewable energy states.
We need all forms of energy. We are great consumers of energy in this country, and we need all forms alongside our more traditional sources that we have. You at EverPower are adding to a competitive market that has made Pennsylvania 9th in the nation for new wind power and providing enough electricity for 205,000 homes.
This is really a sector that's poised to grow, and it will grow, and we have to really be the stewards of that so that the communities in which we operate really aren't afraid to have us assume an ever-increasing role in the power mix. We are members of the communities in which we operate. While we're developing a project, while we're constructing a project, and later while we're operating a project, we take the view that we're going to be there for at least 20 years. And that gives us a perspective which I think is very different from some other developers. It's something that we really need to honor and cherish as we continue to operate in the communities in which we're doing business.